All right, hello everyone. I'm coming to you today with a bit of a Bible review and also a Bible comparison video. And I hope that this might be a blessing to you, especially if you are considering on purchasing one of these Bibles in the future. This will give you a chance to kind of see the differences as far as some of these Bibles. Now, what you see in front of you is the Local Church Bible Publishers Cameo Wide Margin Bible on the left. In the center, you see the original Cambridge Cameo Wide Margin. And then on the far right, you see the Church Bible Publishers Cameo Wide Margin. And so I'm going to show you some of the differences between these and give you a comparison so you can decide what is best for you. Now, I will say that the Cambridge Wide Margin that's in the middle, the so-called original, if you will, it is out of print, and Cambridge no longer offers this Bible for sale. So the only way you can find a Cameo Wide Margin from Cambridge is if you go on eBay or some other used Bible site or something like that. And so first of all, let's take a look here at the local church. As we look at the spine, we see how it says Holy Bible, red letter, authorized King James, and then it has the church stamp at the bottom. This is a genuine leather Bible, but the type of leather that is used is not identified here. And so I'm not sure what kind of leather it is. It feels very nice in the hand. You can see some of the grain and so forth. And now this is compared with the Church Bible Publishers, which again, looking at the spine, says Holy Bible, red letter, authorized King James, and then instead of church at the bottom, it says CBP for Church Bible Publishers. This is what they call their ironed calfskin. It says on the inside, ironed calfskin. And so very nice, very supple, very soft, feels great in the hand as well. Like the local church edition, it has the raised hubs as far as the spine, so that's really nice. Now, this is a Bible I've had for a good long time. This is the Cambridge Cameo Wide Margin, and this is a unique Bible. There's only 4 of these on the planet. This was a special edition published by Cambridge in 2003, and what you're looking at is ostrich leather. And so it says Holy Bible on the spine, and then there's the Cambridge logo at the bottom. But you can see where the quills and so forth were as far as the ostrich. And so this is a very unique Bible. Cambridge only made 4. I got this on eBay back in 2003. And so it's where it says Holy Bible in Cambridge, and then the art gilding, that's actually 14 karat gold. And so they did a tremendous job. And so this Bible is very rare. So as we come back over to the church, we open this up here and we come to the title page. We see here on the title page, Holy Bible containing the Old New Testaments translated out of the original tongues and with the former translations diligently compared and revised by His Majesty's special command. And you're coming down here and it has the local church Bible publishers information. And then when you come over here to the church Bible publishers, very similar. The main difference in the front is this one actually has like a presentation page, a family record page, children, marriages, grandchildren, and deaths. And so the Church Bible Publishers has those presentation pages that the local church version does not have. But here on the title page, you see the same thing, the Holy Bible, Old New Testaments. You come on down here, and then you get the Church Bible Publishers information. And then just to be consistent here, as we look at the Cambridge, here's what the original Cambridge looked like. And so the Holy Bible, Old New Testaments, cum privilegio with privileges, Cambridge University Press, and of course this was printed in Great Britain, where both of these church Bibles were printed here in the United States. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move the Cambridge out of the way because the main comparison tonight is between the local church and the church. And I do want to say that, in my opinion, the local church Bible publisher's Bible is far and away superior to the church Bible publishers as far as the craftsmanship, the workmanship, and so forth. And so my personal recommendation for you would be to go with the local church version instead of the church Bible publisher version. And I'll just give you a few opinions on that as far as why that's the case. First of all, one of the things I like better about the local church edition is the local church edition has both the translator to the reader, which is not found in many King James Bibles today, but also it has the epistle dedicatory as well. And so by comparison, you'll see here in a second that the church Bible publishers, it's got the epistle dedicatory. I'm trying to turn there. It's kind of hard to do this holding the phone with one hand and the Bible in the other. And so here's the epistle dedicatory. But you've got the translators to the reader and the epistle dedicatory in the local church edition. When you come over to the church edition, all you have is the dedication to King James, and that's it. And so the translator to the reader is not there. And so there's the epistle dedicatory, but no translator to the reader. And so I think that this one is superior because it does have both the translator to the reader as well as the epistle dedicatory, whereas this only has the epistle dedicatory. I also think that when comparing the two, let's look at a page number here. That's page 651. And so let's come over to the same page number here, because these Bibles are identical as far as their pagination. So we can compare apples to apples here. I think the print quality is much better in the local church Bible. It's much more consistent. Now, I will say that the church font is a little bolder and a little blacker, but the problem is it's not consistent. At various parts of the Bible, it kind of fades out and it's a much lighter color. And so the local church Bible is not quite as bold as far as the blackness is concerned, but the color is consistent throughout the entire Bible. And so that's another reason why I believe that the local church edition is better. Now, you may notice that the local church version, it has wide margins on the top, bottom, and outside, but there is no wide margin in the center. It's a regular gutter as far as the local church edition. Over here, when you look at the church Bible, you'll see that you've got wide margins around all four sides. And so based on what your opinion is, you may give this Bible the edge because it's got wide margins around all four sides of the text. I still think that the local church is better because I like the wider margins on the outside, on the top, and on the bottom. And I will say that if you look at the original Cambridge, that's how the original Cambridge was set up as well. And so let's turn to the same page number here. And so all three Bibles are turned to the same page. So in the original Cambridge, you see it's the same way. You've got a pretty generous top margin as well as a bottom margin. And then you have a nice wide margin on the outside. But then in the gutter, you have just a regular gutter there. And so local church Bible publishers has followed the exact same format as the original Cambridge Cameo. Okay? And so church Bible publishers has gone a little differently. They're using the same block text that the Cambridge used, but they are giving you that wide margin all the way around. But the wide margin on the outside, it's not even close. When you look at these, it's not even close as far as being as wide. And so I prefer the local church version as far as how it has stayed much closer to how Cambridge originally produced this Bible. Now, where things really start to go south, in my opinion, for the church Bible publisher is when you get to the New Testament. Let me get to the same page number here. See, that's page 139. And so let's come to the New Testament and come to the same page number so we can compare apples to apples. It's not even a fair comparison as far as the red letter. The local church red letter has probably the best red letter text I've ever seen in a Bible. Now, personally, I am not a fan of red letter Bibles. I prefer a black letter myself. And so I'm not a big fan of the red letter text. However, after using this Bible for the last couple of weeks, I have become very much a fan of how this red letter text looks. It's very bright, it's very vibrant, and best of all, it's consistent throughout the books that have red letters, mainly the Gospels and then a couple of passages in the book of Acts. And so they've done a great job here as far as the red letter text. The red letter text here in the Church Bible Publishers, as you can see, it's much darker. If I can zoom in here a little bit. So on your right is the Church Bible Publisher. On your left is the local church. And you can see local church on the left, it's just a brighter color red. Whereas with the Church Bible Publishers, it's a much darker red. Now, my main beef with the Church Bible Publishers is the fact that the inconsistency of the print. There's a lot of ghosting. As I come in close here, you can see the ghosting coming in from the other side of the page. When you come over to the local Church Bible Publisher, it's just not as bad. The ghosting is still there. And the ghosting, what that means, that refers to the print coming through from the other side. Both of these are very economical Bibles, and so you get what you pay for. So if you want line spacing and minimal ghosting, then you have to go with Cambridge or Oxford or Allen or one of the premium Bible publishers. So both of these are economy Bible publishers. They're basically selling these Bibles at cost. And so don't get me wrong, I think they both do a great job. But there's no question in my mind that the local church one here on the left has done a much better job than what Church Bible Publishers has done on the right. And so you'll notice here that some of these the black is very, very deep, bold black. But there are places you can turn. I should have marked some of these before I started making the video. But there are places where you come where it's like really deep and dark on one side of the page, and then it'll be kind of a faded lighter color on different parts of the page. And so there's just an inconsistency as far as the quality of the print in the church Bible, whereas the local church Bible, it's consistent throughout. And so I definitely recommend, in my opinion, the local church Bible over the church Bible. Now, as we come to the back of the Bible, another advantage the local church Bible has is you have a really nice concordance in the back. And so, of course, any Bible concordance is not going to be exhaustive, but it's a pretty good concordance, to be honest with you. And so that's right after the last chapter in Revelation there, you immediately go into the concordance. And then after the concordance, you've got your Bible maps here. You don't really have any, you have maybe a few pages here as far as blank pages, as far as for writing notes, but there's just a couple of them. And then you jump right into the maps. Now, the maps in the back of the local church Bible, these are the old Cambridge maps. And so if you have an old Cambridge Bible, these would be the maps that are in the old Cambridge Bible. Whereas over here in the local church Bible, these are going to be the new Cambridge maps, which are more in keeping like with the Concord Wide Margin in the more modern, up-to-date Cambridge maps. So you've got the old Cambridge maps versus the new updated Cambridge maps. But once again, here in the church Bible, you have no concordance at all. And so after Revelation, you've got a few blank pages for notes, and then you go right into the maps, and then that's it. No concordance at all. And so I'm not sure how important a concordance is to you. I mean, I can live without it. I like to have a concordance. I do find it helpful. But today with smartphones and tablets and so forth, if you're trying to find a verse, there's so many different options for looking something up that it's maybe not as important to have a concordance in a Bible today as what it may have been in years past. I do want to say that the original Cambridge, of course, it likewise had a concordance in the back. And so, and this is the same concordance that you'll find in the local church Bible publishers. All right, so how about price? So if you go to the websites for local church and for church, you're going to find that this Bible right here goes for about $45. And to me, that's the best value for a Bible you can possibly get. This is a genuine leather Bible, nice paper, nice quality of print, great concordance. For $45, you just can't beat this. This Bible here is in the same ballpark. It is $65. And so you are going to pay a little bit more for the church Bible Publishers edition. But unfortunately, the old adage, that you get what you pay for, that's not the case here, because you're paying less money for this. And in my opinion, the local church Bible is far superior to the church Bible. And so some of that's going to be a matter of preference. But I think if you were to compare these two Bibles side by side, I think that most of you would probably have the same opinion. And then, like what I said earlier, the original Cambridge Cameo Wide Margin, that is no longer commercially available. It's out of print. I contacted Cambridge to ask them if they would be publishing that again. They recently started republishing the so-called turquoise text Bible, which had been out of print for many years. And so because they started printing that again, I asked them if they would be printing the Cameo Wide Margin again, and they said no, that there just wasn't enough demand. But the nice thing about these Bibles, and I don't care which of the three that you have, is basically they're very small, very compact. And so it's a wide margin Bible that's not gigantic. You don't feel like you're carrying around the Encyclopedia Britannica when you're carrying around any of these Bibles. And so I do think that, you can't go wrong with any of these three. Obviously, Cambridge, that would be the best of the three if you could lay your hands on one. But those are very scarce, and so that's not going to be an easy thing to do. And so the next best thing, and of course, by the way, if you did find a Cambridge, you're probably going to pay an arm and a leg to get it. And then the next best thing, though, is going to be either the local church printing of this text or the church Bible printing of this text. And, as I've said several times throughout this video, I think between the two, this one right here by local church Bible publishers, I do think that it's the better option to go. So at any rate, I hope that's been helpful with you, or for you rather. And so, leave some comments below if you got any questions, and I'll try to answer those for you. This was a Facebook Live video, but I will be uploading this to the YouTube channel as well, as far as my preaching channel for YouTube. And then that way, maybe some folks in the future can get some helpful advice, from this video. So thanks for tuning in. God bless you. And let me know if you have any questions. Amen.